Hi, welcome to Module 4 of our course Using Tact at the Workplace for Success. In this module, we'll try and understand and learn about which are those situations in which tact is very important. Now, tact is something which helps you to navigate through the difficult decisions or situations at the workplace. A skill which can help you to manage people when they are in extreme emotional states or they are not able to manage the situation in which they have got stuck up. So let's look at some of the very critical situations when tact becomes very useful. So firstly, a situation in which you have to share bad news or difficult news. So let's say you are talking to one of your colleagues and he has come to know that he's losing his job or he's had a setback in his career. So at that moment, tact is very important because you need to be clear about what you want to tell this person, what do you want to say at that time. So whenever there is bad news, difficult information, or any such situation where somebody is getting bad news or challenging information, at that time tact becomes important. Another situation is when we need to keep confidential information to ourselves. So at the workplace, we're getting a lot of information all the time. Sometimes we're sitting in a meeting and we overhear something, or sometimes somebody confides in us with information that is supposedly confidential. There are few times when the person who is confiding in us may not tell us explicitly that this is confidential. At those moments, we may drop our guard and end up sharing that information with somebody else. In that kind of a situation, we may end up compromising the person who shared the information with us or even ourselves because somebody will stop trusting us and it may impact us. So many a times when we receive some information, we need to think through carefully whether should I be sharing this information with other people. If it is confidential, how do I hold it back? And if I'm not sure whether it's confidential or not, should I cross-check with the person who has shared it with me? Or I may even decide to play safe and not talk about it with anyone else. One more time when tact becomes very important is when it's not the right time to say something. So let's say that you're discussing the full year's performance with a team member and you're giving him some bad news that he hasn't been delivering up to the mark and he may not get a promotion or he may not get an increment this year. While you are beginning to start the conversation, you notice that your team member is distracted by something. Maybe he's having some problem at home or at the work and he's not in the right state of mind to listen to you. Now, in that situation, would you continue telling him about his bad performance, or you may decide to hold it now and talk about it later? Now, here is where tact comes in, because what's important for you is to ensure that he's fully in attention when he's listening to what you're saying, and he takes this information positively so that he can improve on himself and do a great job in the coming year. Also, when somebody is demotivated, generally, has not been doing a good job, is not happy about something that's going on at his workplace or at his home, he's struggling with something and is not in the high spirits. In those moments, we may want to be careful of what we are saying and how we are saying it to that person. And finally, whenever there's a conflict, we need to be careful of how or what we are saying. Because when there is a conflict, there is a difference of opinion. Two people are trying to push each other and wanting that the other person should agree to what I am saying. In a conflict, sometimes people become more sensitive than usual. So when there is a conflict, people start imagining hidden agenda in what we are trying to say. And even something very simple or innocuous, which is said by us, could be seen as something not good. So when there is a conflict, it's sometimes important to be careful of what we are saying and how we are saying it. So these are some of the situations in which tact becomes especially important. In the next module, we will learn about what are the benefits of being tactful.